Hello. Um, so I'm quite new to comedy, in the way that this is my third gig. Um, but the thing is about being new to comedy, as I am, is that you got to figure out what not to say in front of people. So I'm afraid you guys are you're my guinea pigs, so you're going to have to bear with me while I rub this in your eyes and see if you go blind. Just try to contextualize a little bit before I start. Does anybody know that Venn diagram Simon Munnery did of art and those guys know it. Yeah, the art and comedy, where the circles and it just not really touching. That's where I tend to operate, kind of continually eroding that paper thin wall between shit art and bad comedy. And when I finally break that down, I'm going to come up with something far less than the two of them divided by each other. So I was researching suicide the other day, specifically how to do it and make it look like an accident. I'd had a slow day. I'd eaten all the Cheetos and the Jaffa cakes, and I'd watched enough MacGyver to think like mullets were cool again. So I thought I should do something productive. So I sat down. No, actually, I sat up. And when you're researching suicide, don't you? And you're looking up some practical advice, and all you get is people giving you numbers to call. It's rubbish. You get it, right? You just get all these responses like, "Oh, don't do it. You got your whole life ahead of you. You've got so much to live for." And I'm looking for some specific practical advice. I don't need any psychobabble. If I wanted someone to tell me not to commit suicide, I wouldn't have gone on the internet. Right at the top of Yahoo Answers, how do you commit suicide and make it look like an accident? The top answer is don't commit suicide. You go to the little clicky bit at the bottom. Was this answer helpful? No, it fucking wasn't. Anyway, just to clarify there, I don't actually go on the internet and ask the question. I just do what everybody else does. You look up other people that have asked that question and look at those responses. You don't go on the internet and actually ask those questions, do you? Like you don't know, like admitting that you don't know something, like, duh, suicide noob, why don't you just go kill yourself? But there are, as I found out, actual communities that do help people commit suicide, or catch the bus, as it's known. But they are in what's called news groups, which is a weird little kind of subset of the internet, which isn't really on the World Wide Web, and it's not really moderated, which is why they exist there. I know it's all getting a bit technical, but just think of it like this. I'm doing the research for you, saving you time later. Okay. So I'm looking for some specific practical advice on how to commit suicide and make it look like an accident. And I'm confronted with a subscription tariff. And I'm like, $5 a month. And then it's like, oh, whoa, $40 for the year, so, cheaper in the long run. I thought, screw that. I already pay for Netflix. I won't do it any more than that. But I did carry on. I did carry on, and I did actually find some genuine advice on how to commit suicide and make it look like an accident. And what was most entertaining was that the way the information was packaged, because anyone who does actually have helpful things to say about how to commit suicide and make it look like an accident, it always goes like this, and I absolutely love it. I read loads of these responses, and they're brilliant. They always start like this. I know what you're going through. It seems a lot of us here have been through it. And I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say suicide isn't the answer. You need to reach out to us. Reach out to your loved ones. Go and talk to somebody. This situation is only temporary. A suicide is a permanent solution. It's not one that you want. But if you were going to do it, what you should do is drive really fast down the motorway and drive into a bridge, because they always say that's an accident and then you don't invalidate your life insurance. It's real, actually real response. My first reaction to that was, oh, that's pretty smart advice, actually. It's quite good. My second reaction to that was, oh, no, I haven't got a driving licence. Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. My third reaction to that was, who the bloody hell wrote that? What kind of person sits on the internet and thinks, oh, someone's asked that question. I better help them out. Like, what kind of thought process? What do they do with their day? I can't imagine. Who are they? Do they have a partner? What kind of conversations do they have? It's like, oh, hi, how are you? Yeah, have you had a nice day off? Yeah, it's a nice day off. Oh, what have you done with it? Oh, you've been on the internet, Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're on the internet a lot, aren't you? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I spend a lot of time on it. Oh, well, sometimes I wonder what you do on the internet. Oh, well, just on the internet. I was like, oh, right, yeah, you're not looking at porn, are you? Oh, no, I wouldn't look at. No, not looking at porn. Just helping people out, yeah. Just, well, how are you helping people out? That's just nice. So, like tax advice, insurance advice, or something? Well, yeah, a little bit of insurance, yeah, just telling people how to, commit suicide and make it look like an accident. What? Oh no, yeah, no, it's okay though, because I told them not to as well. Like, who the hell writes that? I don't know. You must have seen it there. Everybody, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, when you're committing. No, but shit. I only wrote this because I thought it was relatable. As all good, rubbish, terrible comedy sets about suicide should end, I thought I would end with a song. Because I thought it's quite cheery. So I've actually got a song. I only finished it yesterday. So I'm going to just grab my guitar. He's turned me on. Here we are. There we go. Right. I really like to do songs, and I only do them when I think they're necessary. But don't expect it to, be any good or anything. Because I'm not really a singer-songwriter of any kind. I just like to write words to music sometimes. But I've got the words with me because as I said, I only finished it last night. I don't really know it yet. So it's called If This Doesn't Convince You, Nothing Will. I don't know how this is going to go. I've never done it with a mic or anything before. Don't commit suicide, it's really, really bad for you. Like smoking, drinking and doing lots of drugs. But not as fun. Don't commit suicide, it's really very bad for you. Like reheating rice but not properly. Don't commit suicide, it's extra super bad for you. Like standing on a Texas Rangers lawn. Don't commit suicide, it's massive, ultra bad for you. Like telling ISIS militants they're gay. Don't commit suicide, it's well bad for you. Like being unable to provide hot food for Jeremy Clarkson. Don't commit suicide, it's just a stupid answer to be or not to be, that is the question. Don't commit suicide, it's unspeakably bad for you. Like appointing climate change deniers to your Senate Science Subcommittee. That was a Ted Cruz joke. But if you must commit suicide, please do it considerately. Don't throw yourself on train tracks, inconveniencing commuters. If you must commit suicide, please do it with decorum. Don't stand on a building waiting for an audience. Or if you must commit suicide, try to be dramatic. Why not go and swim with crocodiles or fight with a big cat? You might as well give us a show before you go. You see, what I'm really trying to say is, don't commit Suicide, as previously stated, it's bad for you and you probably won't succeed on your first try. So don't commit suicide, because you might only maim yourself and then you'll be disabled and depressed. And then you probably couldn't do it, even if you wanted to. So don't commit suicide. I know you've thought about it, but we all think about it. I wrote my set about it, and I wrote my song about it. You can hear my song about it, but I'm still fucking here. 'Cause I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I'm still not dead. I'm not dead yet.
Tom and Dad are still here as well, and we're now on our break. So if you all make it back, it shall be fantastic. We'll be back here about we'll be here in about 5 to 10 minutes, hopefully. So grab yourself a cup of tea. Don't forget to give a little bit of donation to Slash Place, and we'll meet you back here for the second half. So see you in a bit.